Hey everybody, Jam Creates here. Got another video for you. This time it's another edition of It Came from ComiXology. I don't know, that felt like it needed to be more dramatic. Uh, anyway, what I've got here, if anyone is interested, like if you went to go see the movie Shazam like I did, and maybe it's been, oh, I don't know, 20, probably more like 35 years since you even paid attention to the character of Shazam, um, you can jump on ComiXology. If you've got, you could be like me and you could be like, I liked that movie was awesome and I remember liking this character. But so like you jump onto ComiXology, and especially, and if you have ComiXology Unlimited for free, here is the entire, well, I don't know if it's the entire, but it is the Jeff Johns Gary Frank run on Shazam. And what it is I mean, it's called Volume One, so I assume there's more to it than this. But basically, what this is the storyline. This is the run that the movie was based on. So if you're not really super familiar with Shazam, but you went to go see the movie and you loved it like I did, then this is the storyline that it's based on. This is where they got the story for the movie. I mean, the interesting thing is, if you read when you read this, you'll notice like certain things are like totally the same, and then other stuff is completely different. So we start off, obviously we learn about some of the stuff that's the same. Obviously Dr. Savannah is looking for the Rock of Eternity, but the interesting thing is he's not looking for the Rock of Eternity for the same reasons that the one in the movie is. It's not like he was, it's not like he was rejected and then he's feeling he wants to get back and so he could take that power. He believes in the magic, he knows about the magic, but he's trying to bring back Black Adam. That's his whole thing. And again, just like in the movie, it takes place at Christmas time. Like they do a lot. And Billy getting to go live with the same family, like all of this stuff is stuff that they adapted for the movie. It's the same stuff. Billy is not the greatest kid in the world, but he gets a chance to live with the family, and they take him in and they're happy to see him, and you get the whole family just like in the movie. I would say they did a pretty good job of adapting. Obviously, he's a little bit younger in the movie than he is here, but otherwise it's about the same, really. And we even get like the bully characters from the movie are in this as well, and they're a little more fleshed out. We also get a little of the talkie tawny, which you don't usually get. You don't get in the movie. But we get the bully characters. We get a lot of the same stuff. It's a little worse, the bullying in the comic book. For some reason, comic book bullies are always like really bad. Like they like genuinely like physically assault little children and stuff, and nobody seems to say anything. Like it's kind of funny. But anyway, their father plays more of a role in this than he does in the movie, simply because he's just more of a character. He's more involved. Sorry about that little technical difficulty. This is the problem when you use your phone to make videos. Sometimes things happen. But anyway, so where was I? Oh yeah, the dad of the bullies is more of a character. He's more involved. There's even a run-in between the two dads and everything. And it really does kind of follow very similarly. I mean, you see Dr. Savannah with the eye and everything. It's different though because he doesn't have the powers like he does in the movie. He doesn't have the seven deadly sins. Like they tie in the book, they tie the seven deadly sins of man to Black Adam. So he can see magic. That's basically it. We have actually very similar, like, this stuff between, with Billy and you can see like they find this thing, and they actually wind up freeing Black Adam. Um, and obviously, if you've seen the movie, Black Adam is not even in the movie. He's mentioned, but he's not actually in the movie. Um, so Dr. Savannah ends up working with Black Adam to help him find the champion because he knows there's a new champion. Um, and then, of course, um, all heck breaks loose, and the we also there's more, like we find out about the seven deadly sins, and um, he's looking for the wizard at first, but then when they make Billy Shazam, Black Adam knows that there's a new champion. It encompasses like the entire storyline. It really is. You can read this whole thing from start to finish, and it feels like a complete story. It feels like one complete story from beginning to end, and when it's over, you feel satisfied that you read the whole story. It's the origin of Shazam. It's the origin. It's the story of where Black Adam comes from. It's a whole defeating the bad guy, the family, the whole nine yards, and the ending. It's actually pretty funny because the ending itself. If I do one of these deals, the ending of the book is very much well, there's a whole other thing that goes on with the seven deadly sins and with the father of the bullies that doesn't happen in the movie. But at the end, it literally ends. The story ends with Mr. Mind talking to Dr. Savannah and saying that they'll be the best of friends, and it says the beginning. And that's exactly how the movie ends. There's the post-credits scene in the movie. Spoiler alert, I guess I should have said that sooner if you haven't seen the movie yet, but I mean, it's already been in the theaters. It's coming out on video, home video, July 17th, I think. But so if you're interested in the character, it's definitely worth. If you've got your ComiXology subscription, it's free, so it's not going to cost you anything to read the book. And it's a nice long story, 170 something pages, and you can see the differences. You can see the things that they picked to put in the movie from the book. You can see the things they took out and used for the movie. You can see the things that they left out, and they were like, "Nah, this is not going to work." And of course, the biggest choice they made, interestingly enough, was to leave Black Adam out of the movie entirely. And I'm sure that was a conscious decision because there supposedly is going to be a Black Adam standalone movie. I'm not really sure how that's going to work because he is a villain. So I'm not positive on how that whole thing is going to work. I remember The Rock was signed on for it and all this other stuff. So I don't know if that's actually going to happen. Shazam made a good amount of money, so I'm hoping that they will make a sequel. And if they do, then maybe they'll have Black Adam in the sequel to Shazam. But it's just interesting to see like what they did use, what they didn't use, the similarities, the differences. It's definitely cool. And then, I mean, if you really, the other thing is there is also, I don't know, I'll close up on these, I guess. There's also Shazam, A Celebration of 75 Years. There's Shazam, The Monster Society of Evil, which is the one I want to read next. That's by Jeff Smith, who did Bone. And that's all about, basically, it's kind of like the follow-up to here. And I wonder if that's, they were written at different times, but it kind of follows, my understanding is it kind of follows from here. So I'd be interested to see, like, if that's something they're going to use in the next movie, if they do make another movie, or not, or if they're just going to go completely in a different direction. It's just interesting to see. I want to read more of the character. I like the character, and I like the world. So I said, you know what? They got more, and all of those were part of ComiXology Unlimited. So if you have a subscription, they don't cost you anything. They're included. You can just read them for nothing. So anyway, as far as this book goes, I would definitely recommend reading it. It's a great read. It really is well done. It's Jeff Johns, so the writing's going to be good, and Gary Frank's art is fantastic. So I really don't need to sell those guys. I don't think. So anyway, I definitely enjoyed it, and I would certainly recommend it for sure. I would definitely say check it out. It's, especially if you've got your subscription, use it. I always hate having subscriptions for things that I don't use, and then you realize like a year later that you've been paying for it this whole time and you haven't been using it. So definitely, if you've got a ComiXology Unlimited subscription, it's not going to cost you anything to read it, and that means you're making use of your subscription fee. So anyway, with that little like lecture aside, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at jam_creates. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon. And Shazam. I mean, peace out.